Welcome to the channel. Hard Model 2 questions on trigonometry to help you overcome Model 2. Are you ready? Grab a pen and paper. Keep track of your record. Let's go. First question. An acute angle A and B have measures A and B in radians, respectively. The function h is defined by that. Scary one. And it says sine A is equal to sine this. And if h of A and for h of B, what is the value of B? What do you think? This is basically testing your ability to identify trig identity. The question says what? Sine A is equal to sine pi over 2 B. Don't worry, it looks scary. Sine pi over 2 is actually 90. And if it's minus something, it's also giving you sine. That means you can rewrite this and say this is the same thing as cos B. What does that tell you? These are related to each other. It means the sum of them should give you 90. Therefore, A is equal to what? Pi over 2 minus B. That's all. That's your first equation. The second equation, we've been given this function, h of A is equal to 4h of B, where I'm going to put that value in. And what is the actual function? H of S is 2 to the exponent 8x over pi. Scary function, but don't worry, I got you. Therefore, if you put A here to make this function normal, it's going to be what? 2 8a over pi should be equal to same thing. 4 times 2, 8b over pi. This can simplify to be what? 8a over pi. And then this will be 2 8b over pi. The exponents basically can be equal to each other, and then you can solve it. What do you have? 8a over pi is equal to 2 plus 8b over pi. Just solve it, multiply each other by pi over 8 so that it can cancel out. If you multiply by pi over 8, you'll be left with A. This will be equal to what? Pi over 4 and B. This is your equation. But we already know from the beginning, this, we say A is equal to pi over 2 minus B. Now you have A is equal to pi over 4 plus B. You see something? You can solve them together. Therefore, you can equate those two functions to each other. If you equate them to each other, you're going to get what? B pi over 4 should be equal to pi over 2 minus B. This will be 2b pi over 4. Therefore, B is pi over 8. This is a clone version of one of the questions that were released recently. I made this harder than what you see on the Q back. If you can answer that, that one is a cakewalk. Therefore, pi over 8 is our right answer. Question 2. Question 2 is challenging, but I got you. In the triangle ABC, point D and E lay on A, B, and AC. They say DE and BC are parallel to each other. And the area of this triangle, the top one, is what? 144. And the area of the trapezoid at the bottom is what? 256. That means from here to here, DECB. They've told you that what? AD is X, BD is Y, AE is C, and EC is D. If giving you this restriction, find F. What would you do? Well, I know total area of the whole thing is 144,256, and this will give me 400. I also know that DE and BC are parallel. DE is parallel to BC. That means this triangle ADE is what? Equivalent, similar to ABC. Now, I will figure that if that is so, then the sides should be basically similar to each other. What is the area ratio? So the area is what? 144 over 256 based on what they've given us. That's the ratio of the areas. But think about it. It's not 256. That's where you make a mistake. It's the whole triangle. Therefore, the area is actually 144 over 400. That's the first thing I want you to pay attention. So you take this angle, triangle, and you take the whole triangle. Forget about the trapezoid. You just combine them to get one triangle. And therefore, the ratio for the area, this is going to be 925, right? This is area ratio. And therefore, what is the linear side ratio? I made a video about scale factor and other things. You should watch it. I released it recently, yesterday. Therefore, what is the scale factor? Linear scale factor, which is what? A we just basically from here to here and here to here, you can say AD and what? AB is actually linear scale factor. This is, you got to find square root of that, 9/5. And that will give you an idea. But we were told that AD is X. And what is AB? It will be X plus Y, right? X plus Y should be equal to what? 3/5. You see what I'm doing? Now it's done. Just solve this equation. You have 5x, 3x plus 3y. You have 2x, 3y. X over y is what? 3/2. That's 1.5. Look at here. Your f is x over y. You're done. Look complicated, but analyzing it will help you solve it. This is the way you should approach them. You should not spend more than a minute solving this question. Straightforward. So x over y, which is equal to f, or you can do c over d, which is equal to f. We have 3/2. Question 3. From a point Z, the angle of elevation to the top of a tower is 30 degrees. Therefore, if this is the tower, the angle of elevation, so if the individual is standing here like that, the angle of elevation is high side will be here. Angle of elevation will be here. They said it's what? 30 degrees. He's standing X away from the tower. After moving 30 feet towards the tower, so from here, I move 30, right? 30 feet towards the tower. Therefore, the distance is going to change, right? 30 feet towards the tower. What is the problem? They said the angle of elevation is what? 60. So it changes. Our new angle of elevation is 60. Therefore, what is the height of the tower? The height we don't know. But we can say, if this is the angle and we know the basis, we have a tan structure. Therefore, the first situation, we have tan 30. That's 30 degrees. What is the height? I don't know. What is the distance from the tower? It's x. First equation. The second equation, I have tan 60. Okay. When I move 30 feet, the height still remains the same. I move 30 feet. So you subtract x minus 30. Right? That's the distance from the tower. And this is what, after you do this, now you got to bring your trigonometry idea, right? Tan 30 and tan 60, there's a relationship. Remember, tan what? 30 is 1 over square root 3. So this is equal to h over x. Tan 60 is square root of 3. So this will be h over x minus 30. Now find h and equate it to each other. Now solve for h. H is going to be s square root of 3. Here it will be square root of 3x minus 30. So you have two h's equal to each other. Then you solve it. This h is that, this h is that. Therefore, then you solve it. How do you solve it? You can basically simplify using the square root of 3. You just multiply each other by square root of 3. This will left x. This will be left 3x minus 30. Right? X, 3x minus 90. In the process, you get what? 2x is equal to 90. X is equal to what? 45. So the distance from, original distance from the base of the tower is 45. But that's not what the asking asks. The height of the tower. You can take each of them, any of them, to calculate the height. You know the height is x over square root of 3. So this will be 45 square root of 3. This is the same thing as 15 square root of 3. The answer choice is what? 25.98, which is equal to 26 feet. So this is our right answer. Question 4. A lot of people have issues with unit circle. Check my channel, you learn more. Point M lay on the unit circle and has coordinate 1, 0. Try to picture it. 1, 0 is here. And there's a center with the coordinates 0, 0. There's another point that lay on the unit circle with this coordinate. This is x, this is y. Where do you go negative first? Here. And then you go positive here. Therefore, this is the triangle. So which of the following could be the positive measures in radiant? Well, here, find the angle. This is actually 0. And you can see, why do we have these numbers? You have to know these numbers. This is 30, and this is 30, but it's different. Cos 30 is this, and sine 30 is that. And therefore, if this is 30, 180 minus 30, the reference angle is 30, but the actual angle is 150, right? If the actual angle is 150, then what do we have? We have 5 pi over 6. That's the 150. You convert that into radiant, and this is what you have. 5 pi over 6. they're asking you, what is the angle difference, right? That's what you have. Now convert this into the answer choice they've given you. How do you do that? It's straightforward. If you take the cosine and sine, they rotate 2 pi. So the only way I can make these 2 pi is to make the 6 look like 2 pi, which is what? 12 pi over 2 over 6, which is the same thing as what? 2 pi, right? Instead of writing 2 pi, you write 12 pi over 6 and divide 12 by the number that they've given you, which is any of these numbers divided by that. You should get remainder 5. If you get remainder 5, that's your answer. So evaluate each answer choice based on 5 pi over 6. What do? You take the first number, 266, divided by 12. And then what is the remainder? You should get remainder 5. This will give you remainder 2. It's the wrong answer. If you take the second one, 269 over 12, you're going to get remainder 5. That's your right answer. The third one, you're going to get remainder 7. That's not your right answer. And this will get remainder 11. Do it and see. 12 times that number, because you cannot go into it perfectly, but your remainder should be equal to your answer, 5 pi over 6. If it's not 5 pi over 6, it's a wrong answer. Therefore, B is our choice. This is how you do the unit circle. So this is my favorite question I set, right? Which ramp form a right triangle, ABC, where C is a right angle? There's a point E we lay on BC. We've seen this, the same thing we saw in the first, but change it, right? And such that CE, this CE is 16, and EB is 24. There's a support beam is installed from E that goes to point D on AC, so that this line is parallel to that line. I'm giving you a clue. We've saw multiple questions on that. The same idea. AD is what? 15. Oh, this is 15. What is the value of sine A? We want to find sine A. Think about it. CB is 40, right? When you add this to that. That's the first thing. And let's make this side CX, CDX. We don't know. But we told that what DE is parallel to what? AB. This DE is parallel to AB. That means the two triangles are similar. They're similar to each other. Triangle CDE similar to what? CAB. If that's the truth, the sides should be also similar to each other. You can say that CE here is over CB is what? 16 over 40. This should give you what? 2 over 5. That's the ratio. That's the scale factor. We can use it to calculate X. Straightforward, right? S is going to be what? X over X plus 15 should be equal to 2 over 5. X is CD. AC is the total length. And then you create your equation. All you need to do is to solve this, right? You have 5x is equal to 2x plus 30. This will be 3x is equal to 30. S is equal to 10. Therefore, this is equal to 10. Now, they want us to find sine. We need the hypotenuse. We know here is going to be 25, and here is going to be 40. That's all. So find AB. AB is actually what? Square root of what? 40 plus 25 squared. That's all. And this is going to give you 5 square root of 89. Are you done? No, just calculate your sine. What is sine? Sine A is opposite. That is what? The 40 over 5 square root of 89. That's the hypotenuse. This will simplify to be 8 square root of 89 over 89. Very nice formula, equation, answer choice you can get. But be patient. When you see these triangles, just keep on working through. It will come, it will unravel. There's no shortcut. You have to understand the concept. Therefore, this is my favorite question I created. Bye. Same pattern. You have a right triangle ABC, right? And it said the angle B is 90 degrees. So this is ABC. The altitude from B to hypotenuse AC. So this is AC. This is B to AC, right? Is what? Meet at the point D. Given that BD is 12. Here is 12. And AD is 9. What is the value of what? Tan CBD. The angle is at B. So we're trying to find this angle here. Be careful. I want you to know this very well, because it's going to save your life. It's going to save you 50 points. Altitude formula, know it. This is an altitude because it's coming from the base to the hypotenuse. What should you know about it? There's a relationship between the altitude and the hypotenuse segment. So BD squared, if you square the altitude, you got to multiply AD. by DC. We don't know DC. I'll put X here. The altitude 12 square, AD 9 square, and X. So X is that 12 square over 9 square. When you calculate, you get 16. Now you know that they want you to find tan of this angle. So tan of that angle is the X, which is 16 over the 12 over here. Therefore, this is equal to 4 over 3. It looks complicated, but you see, if you draw the diagram, you know where they want to give you. The most important thing is finding the altitude and then do your tan. So this is your right answer. The last question is a simplified version of the first one we solved. You can use decimals or you can use algebra because you can regress this. They said given that cosine u is equal to sine v, where u and v are acute angles measured in radians, and the measure of u is 25% of the measure of v, what is the value of u? Well, if I know that cosine u is equal to sine of v, it tells me that u plus v is 90 degrees, which is pi over 2. They said what? U is what? 0.25% of v. Now substitute this here. You get 0.25% of v. V is equal to pi over 2. This will give you 1.25 v is equal to pi over 2. Therefore, v is what? Pi over 2 divided by 1.25. And that will give you 2 pi over 5. But you know u is that. Therefore, u is 0.25, which is 1.4 times v, 2 pi over 5. This cancelled here. You have pi over 10. 7 questions. How did you do? I know you score high because you watch my channel. Are you ready for your SAT? I know you are. If you want to master and pass with the high score, watch all the hard videos, the playlist that I made, and you'll be golden. These are hard Model 2 questions designed to train you, and I know you do well. Take care of yourself. If this video helped you, subscribe for more content like that or share the video.